Good morning, everyone. Today we started off with a very cool morning, but right now we're going to have a rather warm day, and the days that are coming up will probably be very warm too. We'll be in and out, but as we come in more toward October, I think it'll be a little bit cooler. This is the 25th Sunday in Ordinary Time, beginning with the book of Amos, Prophet Amos, chapter 8, verses 4 to 7. Amos bemoans the fact that the well-to-do could follow the law on the one hand, but on the other, behaved like the devil in the way they mistreated the poor and those who could not defend themselves. However, the Lord promises just retribution when he says through Amos, "Never will I forget a thing they have done." In Luke, the third reading, chapter 16, verses 1 to 13. In this parable, the rich man dismisses his wasteful, squandering steward. In considering his options, the steward shrewdly and ruthlessly develops a plan to provide for his future at the expense of his master. The parable continues saying, "And the master commended the dishonest steward for acting prudently." The word prudently in this case means that he cunningly calculated what he needed to turn things around to his own advantage. The parable continues by saying, "For the children of this world are more prudent in dealing with their own generation than are the children of light." What I think Jesus is saying is that the children of darkness are more diligent, industrious, and sophisticated, promoting their dishonesty, than the children of light in promoting their Lord and Master. Jesus goes on to make it clear that we must first be worthy of his trust in us by doing well with the small things he gives us. The true wealth that Jesus refers to, that we will be entrusted with, is his life in us, his dwelling within us, that will make us fruitful in bringing others to him. Jesus continues by saying, "No one can serve two masters," meaning that we must be wholly devoted to the one or to the other. He goes on, "You cannot serve both God and mammon." Life in this world challenges us day after day. To whom do we belong? The material, the flesh, self-centeredness, or God, the spiritual, self-surrender? Paul in 1 Timothy chapter 6 verses 9 to 10 wrote, "Those who want to be rich are falling into temptation and into a trap and into many foolish and harmful desires, which plunge them into ruin and destruction. For the love of money is the root of all evils. The center and love of our lives must be God, for he is the one and only true God, and from our love for him must flow all other loves." Jesus said in Matthew chapter 6, verses 20 to 21, "But store up treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor decay destroys, nor thieves break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there also will your heart be." In the second reading, 1 Timothy chapter 2, verses 1 to 8. In offering supplications, prayers, petitions, and thanksgivings, we are implicitly saying that it is God upon whom we depend for any and all of goodness in this world. Then Paul gives us a short and concise creed to establish the hub or center around which everything turns. For there is one God, there is one mediator between God and man, the man Christ Jesus, who gave himself as ransom for all. This is the truth that Paul was commissioned to speak. Paul continues, "It is my wish then that in every place the men should pray, lifting up holy hands without anger or argument." Paul is asserting that if we want anything truly good in our lives, we must go to God in prayer. The blessings and the goodness of the Lord, how wonderful they are. Life in Him already, even in this world, we're not even in heaven. How wonderful it is when we live it in the Lord.